Hey guys, today we are going to learn new topic, that is Git, a version control system. What is Git? Git is a powerful distributed version control system that enables our development team to work on the same code, maintaining a history of changes. What does this means? So, let us understand Git with a simple example. Let's suppose that you are working on a project with a team of 4. There are 4 developers in your team: A, B, C, and D. A and B are working on same code base. C and D are working on same code base. So what does code base means? Code base means a part of your project or a module. Now let's suppose that you are working on a project name as a printing prime number. Okay. So A has written some code. Maybe he has used for loop in this code. Okay. Now A has successfully tested this code and ensuring this code is working fine and can be deployed to the server. So A pushed this code to the GitHub. So what is GitHub? GitHub is a central repository which provides us a space to store our code. It is something like a server where our code is stored and all developers can access it. Now there's a system called as CI/CD. Don't worry, we are going to learn this in later videos. CI/CD means continuous integration and continuous deployment. So what this technology or technique do? It fetch the latest code from GitHub and deploy it to the server. Now server may be of AWS or you may be having your own server. User are going to access your application from this server. They are happy that it is working fine and everything is according to their need. Okay, this is working fine. Now what happened? B thinks that we can optimize this code by using some another logic. Maybe we think that he can use recursion in this code and optimize the performance of the code. So what we do, we take the code from GitHub, okay, modify the logic. Maybe he is using recursion in his code, and unfortunately he didn't test the code. Without testing, he directly push it to the GitHub. He says that I'm well confident that code is working and directly push it to the GitHub. Now what CI/CD do? CI/CD always get the latest code. This was the older version, now this is the new version. What CI/CD do? It get the new version. That means it get this code, okay, from GitHub and it deployed to the server. Now the issue is we know that B has not tested the code. The code has some issue, okay, due to which the server got crash. Now the server is not working. User are not able to access your application. They are not happy with this. Okay? They are angry with our server. Now, what are approaches to solve this problem? We know that the previous version written by A was working fine. Yeah, this version written by B caused some issue, which caused issue in the server, and server is crashed. Now the solution to this problem is that we need to get the previous version of our code. We need this version written by A. Now you may be wondering how we can get the code, right? The B has overwritten the code. No, here's the catch. Whenever you push the code to the GitHub, what GitHub do? GitHub maintain a copy of that file along with the version. Okay. Now committer is A. Committer means the one who has pushed code to the GitHub. Okay. GitHub is going to maintain the version of that code. Now when B has written code and push it to the GitHub, it has not replaced that code. It has created another copy in GitHub with another version, that is 1.2. Okay. B has written it. Now what is the solution? We need to get this version. As we know that GitHub is maintaining the version, it is maintaining the older files as well. We can get this. There are some methods like checkout and get the previous version from commit viewer. We are going to see it in practical. You just need to understand. We can get this code. Now we are going to, okay, this becomes the smiley face. Now we are going to get this code, make the another commit in GitHub. Now CI/CD is going to think that yeah, the code is updated. Now I need to get the new code. So what CI/CD do? He gets the code. Okay, he deploy it to the server. Okay, these are the user of our system, our application. Now the server contain code written by developer A, which is tested, which is working, and we has also ensured that code is working and can be deployed to the server. This means the code deployed on the server is working now. Okay, so users are happy now, so as they can access the code. In this way, Git and GitHub helps us in maintaining the version of our system. So even if someone is making issue and causing the server crash or some logical error or some issue, we can get the previous version and maintain the changes. Before starting to practicals, let us understand how Git actually works. I will be covering some concepts today, that is staging area, also called as add to index. Another one is commit, what is commit, what is push, and what is GitHub. Let's start with what is GitHub. Okay, so GitHub is a central repository which provides us a space to store code. It allows us to store the code of our project, and collaborator that are also called as developers or team members can access that code. Okay, let me show you what is GitHub and how can you access it. github.com, and this is my profile. Okay, whenever you go in repository section, you will find there are multiple repositories. You can see there are 22, and whenever I'm going to click here, you can see I have uploaded some files. So it provides me some space where I can save my files, and my team or a team of developers who are working on same project can access it, can download it, or can modify it according to their rights. Now let's understand how it works. Whenever we are developing a project, there are multiple files in project, maybe 100 or 200. There are lot of files in our project. Now we know the developer A in our previous example. Okay, he is the intelligent one. What he do? He modify this code. Maybe a logic in this code or added some comments. I don't know whatever, but he has done some changes. So this is the changed file. Okay. Now, before pushing it to the GitHub, there are some steps. The first step is adding to index. You need to add these files to index. So what does this means? It adds the file to the staging area. Now you are saying that you are confusing us, what is staging area, what is index. Let me explain. Git is so intelligent that it automatically detects which file has been changed. Now this file, this file, this file, this file, this file, all files are already uploaded on GitHub. Now when I am going to change this file, GitHub is not going to upload these files again and again, all the files again and again. It will only update this file which has been changed or modified. Okay, so A has updated this file. Git will automatically detect which file has been modified and add it to the staging area so it can be uploaded to GitHub. These files will not be included in upload. Okay, this is the first step. Second step is a commit. This was the first, this is the second. Now what does commit means? Whenever you are doing a commit, it contains some information. The first you have to write a commit message, that what changes you have done. If you have written some new code, what that code do. If you have edited some code, then what edit and what changes you have done, you have to write in that message. Another thing, it maintain the information that who has made the changes, at what time he has made the changes, and in which file he has made the changes. Now whenever you are doing a commit, it don't go directly to the GitHub. Okay, don't go directly to the GitHub. It go to the local branch at your system. This is your local machine. Okay, it first go to your local machine branch. Then when you are making a push, then this locally committed branch gets pushed to the GitHub. So this is the final step of pushing. So third step, whenever you push the code, then it goes from the local branch, local repository to your GitHub repository. This is the remote branch or remote repository. This is the local, this is the remote. When you are making a commit, it goes to the local repository, local branch, and once you are making a push, then it goes to the GitHub, and then all process happens. So we are going to have practicals on this topic, but not in these videos. So till then, stay tuned and wait for that video.